So here I am in the Scottish Highlands, just next to Ben Nevis, in fact. Now, I wanted to take a video at Dumbarton Rock, but we weren't able to stop there. But let's just talk for a moment about Rhydderch Hael the Generous, the king of Dumbarton Castle. So Rhydderch Hael is important for the chronology of King Arthur for the following reason. So Maelgwn Gwynedd, the king of Gwynedd in North Wales, after he died, he was succeeded by his son Rhyn. But then, soon after that, this man called Ellider from this general area, he came down to North Wales to attack Rhyn, but then Rhyn killed Ellider. Now, the reason was because of some conflict with the succession of the Kingdom of Gwynedd. Now, after the death of Ellider, he was then avenged by several kings from the north of Britain, including Rhydderch Hael, the king of Dumbarton Castle. So this all indicates that this happened quite soon after the death of Maelgwn Gwynedd. There's no indication whatsoever that this took place over decades. The implication is that soon after Maelgwn's death, Ellider came down to try to take the throne. He died, and then he was avenged by these northern kings soon after that. There's no indication that this stretched out over decades. Now, with that in mind, Rhydderch Hael, one of the kings who went down to North Wales to avenge Ellider, he is well established as a late 6th century king. In fact, his reign even continued into the early 7th century. So that would indicate that Maelgwn died in the late 6th century, long after the traditional death date for him, which is 547. In reality, this evidence indicates he died decades after that. And since he was a younger contemporary of King Arthur, well, actually, he was alive at the time Gildas was writing on the ruin and conquest of Britain. So if he was still alive when Gildas was writing that, and Gildas tells us that the Battle of Badon happened 43 years before he was writing, that would indicate that the Battle of Badon must have happened sometime around about the middle of the 6th century, long after the traditional date in the early 6th century. So what's the point of all this? Well, this means that the fact that Rhydderch Hael was involved in these events just after the death of Maelgwn Gwynedd indicate that the chronology of Maelgwn and Arthur, and Gildas in fact, all need to be pushed forward several decades further into the 6th century, towards the second half, rather than near the beginning of the 6th century, as is commonly believed.